In a previous short video, I talked about making a hanging plate to go on the back of a piece of stone to hang it on the wall. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to make a hanging plate that is 5 centimeters by about 5.5. So let's just get this quickly marked out. Saw that off the sheet, mark out some holes, drill it, ready to go. I've marked out a rectangle on the back of the stone, the right size for the piece of brass sheet to drop in, and it's just a case of now chopping out the surface to a depth of about 3 millimeters. The brass is 2 mils thick, and we want a little bit of room for the epoxy resin to stick to the stone and stick to the roughened back of the piece of brass sheet. It always seems to take longer than I anticipate. And the inside of this recess doesn't need to be perfectly smooth. You want a little bit of roughness, a little bit of keying for the epoxy to stick. And to do that, I'll just put some small triangular pits with the corner of the chisel. Just to give the resin something to stick to. Just need to drill the holes for the screws, and we're ready to glue the plate into the back. I'll drill oversized holes. I have the screws here. The screws are quite small. An oversized hole just allows for a small pocket of resin to be set inside the stone, and then the screw just drops in, holds it really nicely. I'll rinse the stone again just to make sure that there's no dust left in the holes, so that the screws just drop in nicely. I'm all set up for gluing the hanging plate into the back of the stone. Got my screws ready, got my araldite epoxy resin ready, and I've just put a piece of paper cut out to protect the back of the stone from, just in case of any spills or drips of the araldite, so I'm ready to go. So here's that piece of stone with the hanging plate fixed on the back. I've allowed the epoxy resin to go completely solid over the last 24 hours or so, and that will hang now safely on the wall.